Welcome to Secrets to Alignment with Savannah Schaefer. I am here to equip you with the belief and energy to make your dreams a reality. Take this time to fill your cup and align with the most vibrant version of you. Hello, you gorgeous girl. Welcome back to the Secrets to Alignment podcast with your host, Savannah Schaefer. I hope that you are doing absolutely amazing. I can't believe that I'm filming my last couple podcasts in this room right now. We are currently in this study, as Ty likes to call it. I call it the whiskey room. And we're about to be moving here soon, so I won't be in this room anymore. So if you're watching this on the video on YouTube, hey, hi, don't get used to this because I'm about to be gone. Today's podcast episode is all about how I became a morning person. I have had so many people request me to talk about this, and I came up with 10 different tips for you that you can start to utilize so that you can become a morning person. I truly think that if you're somebody who wants to start taking control of your life, if you want to have a more fulfilling, happier life, it really all does start on how you are beginning your days. It starts with those mornings. Those mornings compound into how your days go. Those days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And your years are your life. So really everything starts with those morning routines, with those tiny little increments of time that you can be more intentional with. And I will say that this was a very hard change for me to make. I am going to be completely honest. It was just as hard as it is for you right now than it was for me as well. Okay. I struggled for the longest time with waking up early because I was somebody who slept in till 12 or 1 p.m. on the weekends. I was somebody who was chronically exhausted and tired. I remember being in school, falling asleep at my desk. I remember driving in my car, nearly falling asleep at the wheel. I remember telling one of my doctors that, and they took away my license for like 6 months. So when I tell you that I am a sleepy girl, I truly am. Ty knows I'm a sleepy girl. He always calls me a sleepy girl. I am, and I get it. I know how challenging it can be to stay awake and to wake up early, the time that you set for your alarm. But I'm telling you right now that when you start to make that adjustment in your life, you're truly going to thank yourself because it does make such a huge change in your day to day, in your life in general. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into everything that I've got for you. So I've got 10 tips. And number one is the first and the most obvious: go to sleep earlier. Okay, if you are going to sleep at 12, how are you going to expect yourself to be waking up at 5 or 6 a.m.? I personally go to sleep at 9 p.m. every single night. And that is the time frame where now my body is just shutting down at that time. I feel so good going to sleep then. If I could go to sleep at 8, I definitely would. But my daughter is usually jumping all around me, so I'm not sleeping by 8. So I'm usually asleep by 9. And honestly, I'm telling you guys, like, doing that has helped me so much with making these earlier wake up times. I wake up every single morning at about 5 a.m., 5:20 or so. And when I am prioritizing that early wake up, I have so much more time to prioritize myself and the things that are important to me. So for example, I mean, a lot of us, we live our life literally just waking up, eating, working, coming home, eating, going to sleep. And we don't have much time for friends. We don't have much time to prioritize our body, our health, our family, all these other things that are important to us in our life. We feel like we're just running out of time. So what I have found is by moving up that bedtime to 9 p.m., it allows me to wake up early so that I have the time that I need to prioritize my health, to prioritize my connection with Source. That's a huge priority in my life right now as well. My connection with my daughter, making sure that she's not rushing out the door, and we are able to take care of ourselves throughout the morning so that we are having a good day. So prioritizing an earlier bedtime. I know that so many of us are on screens late at night. That's going to disrupt your sleep. There's so many things that disrupt our sleep, and like taking in caffeine later on in the day, that was a big one that I had to make sure that I have to make sure that I'm cognizant about. When it comes to waking up early in the morning, not being on screens first thing in the morning, I want to make sure that my circadian rhythm and my body clock is on point, and having screens before bed or after you immediately wake up can throw those things off. I also like to wear my blue light glasses when I remember. I don't always remember. I am currently cutting out screen time at night at the moment. I never really cared about that for the longest time. I haven't really cared about it for the longest time, but I'm making this change because I know that it's going to support me, and I'm trying to do this as like a whole family experience altogether. So instead of us staying up like watching something, we are doing something creative like coloring, or I'm reading, or I'm doing something else like self-care. I'm doing red light therapy, something else that's going to actually support my body in getting into that, that sleep zone. Number 2, super simple as well. Don't eat late at night. It's going to keep your body. Number 3, start small. Start with small increments. Okay. Don't try to wake up 2 hours earlier than you currently are. I personally have progressively done this where I've woken up like 15 minutes earlier, and then 15 minutes earlier, and then 15 minutes earlier. And I just continued to move that timeline back until I got it to a place that I truly wanted it, which I will say number 5, which let me do 4 and then I'll get into 5. But with number 3, yes, make those small increments doable and easy. Like you don't have to do anything drastic right off the bat. Like just start moving it up just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And then you will see that will compound and support you tons. Number 4 is make sure that wake up time is consistent. I find that if I have some days where I'm waking up early, some days where I'm waking up late, some days where I'm waking up early, and I'm kind of going up and down, I'm not staying consistent. It actually makes it harder for me to wake up on the earlier days. So I have made it a priority. Monday through Friday is always a 5:20 wake up time max. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, I just kind of listen to my body, see what my body is needing. If I need the extra sleep, I take it. If I don't, then I'm up. And I will say that having that consistency, it's going to help you wake up so much easier. Number 5, work your time backwards. So I feel like this goes a lot with that number 3, starting small, like figuring out that wake up time. So number 5 is work your time backwards. I want you to actually start to prioritize, I want you to actually sit down and analyze, what do you want to make time for? If you want to make time to have time for moving your body in the morning, time for you to make a wellness juice, time for you to make a protein shake, time for you to make, I don't know, whatever else that is important to you, work that time backwards. So for me personally, what's very important for me in the mornings is to get in a 30-minute meditation. That's something I prioritize on a daily basis. And if I don't do a meditation, I do like a journaling session or I do breath work. But I am always doing one thing that's going to connect me to myself and to source, to God, to the universe, whatever it is that you personally believe in. I hold that as one of my number 1 priorities in my life. It's very important for me to stay spiritually connected. So with that being said, I work my time backwards. So I have time then to meditate. I usually wake up, I brush my teeth, get dressed for the day, meditate. And then after that, I get my daughter up, and she's up around 6:30-ish. And then we get her to school by 7:30. And then by 7:30, I am going straight to the gym, working out for about an hour. And then I'm coming home, making breakfast. And then I am getting ready and then starting my work day. So personally for me, and I think that like a lot of business owners could possibly make this shift and should potentially make this shift, I don't take any work calls until about 11 a.m. earliest, because that's when I know that I am ready, sat down. I'm not rushing throughout my morning. I'm just actually like moving through my day without rushing. So that's how much time I personally need. Find what you need, find what's best for you, find what feels supportive for you, but know that you have the power to do this. And if you can continue to like move up that wake up time, you're going to be able to have a lot more time, and you're going to be able to get ready faster. You're going to be able to take clients faster, or whatever it is that you're doing. waking up earlier is, I really truly feel like it's a game changer. I'm not kidding you. Like, it's done wonders for my life, for the quality of my life. Because the thing is that I noticed that if we don't work out like in the morning, let's say then we work out at night, you're taking away that time that you maybe would have with friends or with family. So for me, like, I get my workout done in the morning. I get that meditation done in the morning because during the day, I want to prioritize family time. I want to prioritize friend time. I want to prioritize other things outside of, myself throughout the day. Number 6, you need to know your why. Your why has to be bigger and better than those damn excuses. Okay. We all are tired. We all have excuses. We're all exhausted. We're all fucking working. We're all working hard. Every single one of us on this planet has to survive by working. So we all get you. Okay. But there are people out there who decide that this is the kind of way that they want to live their life. And then they live their life that way. And that I am one of those people. Ty is one of those people. He wakes up at 4:00 in the morning to go work out because that's what's important to him. It's important for him to have that time and energy to, get that workout in, to take care of himself, to do those things. Same for me. It's very, very important for me to make sure that I have that time for everything that I just now listed about my meditation, the gym, all of those things. So your why needs to be stronger than those excuses. We're always going to have excuses. It's going to be hard, but sometimes you just have to embrace the hard. And also, you will retrain your body by continuously moving forward, okay? You will retrain your body by you constantly staying on top of these things and making sure that you're not giving in to those excuses. Of course, there's going to be moments where your body really, really needs the rest. You're going to know that, okay? You're either somebody who's giving into the excuses too much or you're not giving yourself enough grace. You know that better than I do. So really check in with yourself and see where you fall on that scale and then plan accordingly. Also, the reason why I like to have so much time in the morning for myself is because not rushing is something that's also really important to me. I heard this quote once that said, feminine energy goes away when you're rushing, or something like that, something along those lines. And when I heard that, I really decided I don't want to be in a rush. I don't want to be, I don't want my nervous system to be in this hyped up state just because I'm trying to get somewhere in a certain time frame. I'd much rather give myself a bigger time frame so that I can move through my day in flow, in a relaxed state, not have my nervous system in fight or flight for literally no reason because I'm trying to fight against a clock. It feels so much better when you're calm and you're able to, really enjoy the miracles of life. Like, if I'm in a rush, I'm not seeing the beautiful stars in the sky. I'm not seeing how the sunset looks. If I'm in a rush, I'm not taking a video of me sharing my good vibes for the day. I'm not in that space because I'm just trying to get to the next place that I need to go, and I'm rushing. So if you give yourself that more time, you literally are giving yourself more time for miracles to happen. You give yourself more time to walk into a coffee shop, not be like running through the drive-through, and maybe when you go into that coffee shop, then all of a sudden you meet the person who's going to be paying you an extra $1,500 a month. True story. I literally had that happen to me. So you just never know. You never know. Once you take that time to actually plan accordingly, you will thank yourself big time. Okay, tip number 7, flash a light in your eyes, or if you have Alexa in your bedroom, which we just did this, I tell Alexa to turn on the lights as soon as my alarm goes off. I don't have big lights that she's in control of. I just have like bed lights that she controls. We have like LEDs on the back of our headboard. And so as soon as that like alarm goes off, I tell Alexa, turn on the lights, and I pop myself out of bed. Or before I had Alexa in our bedroom, I would literally take my flashlight and flash it in my eyes so that I would actually get out of bed, because what that does is it stops the melatonin production in your body. So you're no longer going to be in that, in that sleepy mode. You're going to be alert and oriented real quick. If you're waking up at a time where the sky is blue, and the sun is up, that is a great time to start training your circadian rhythm as well. If you go look outside into the blue sky and the sun will also retrain that. So I am waking up obviously when it's dark, so that's why I'm kind of doing that myself with the flashlight. But if you're not, then that's an even better way. If you can get out right outside and like get into that sunlight and actually absorb those UV rays straight into your eyes, so good for you. I just am not doing that at the moment because I'm up so early. Okay, we're going to add in a little disclaimer. Tyler says, do not flash the light in your eyes. Do not look at the sky. Do not look at the UV rays. I personally have done it, but Ty says do not do it because it could hurt you. So I'm going to put a disclaimer in here. Do not do it. But also, if you do it, let me know. If it helps you, let me know. We're coming back for a second disclaimer. I want to make this very, very clear. Do not look into the sun. You don't want to be a silly goose and go blind, okay? We don't want that for you. We just want you to be in a bright environment. See what works best for you. Also, sun gazing is a thing. So when I say look at the sun, I mean sun gaze. So if you want to know how to do that, go look it up. I don't really mean stare at the sun. Okay, Tyler's making sure I'm very clear about this so I don't get sued. Don't look at the sun. Don't be a silly goose. Don't flash a light straight into your eyeballs. Although I have done it. Don't do that, okay? Because we don't want you getting hurt. And we don't want we don't want someone listening to this and doing it and hurting themselves and suing me. So, disclaimer. Continue. Number 8, set an alarm on your phone and put your phone somewhere that you cannot reach it in bed. Okay, this is something that so many of us should just do. I don't really struggle with this that much, so I'm not currently doing this. But if you put your phone in your bathroom and that alarm goes off, as long as you're not going to sleep through it because it's too far. But if that alarm goes off, you have to get out of bed to turn it off. So do that. Make sure that you are taking that action, letting those feet hit the ground as quickly as possible. And also another tip for you is to count backwards from 5. So this is a tip that I learned from Mel Robbins. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And at 1, you pop yourself up. You get out of bed. You have to just move your damn body. Like, at the end of the day, sometimes it just comes down to just doing it. Like, you have to just pop out of bed. Number 9 is exactly that. Pop out of bed. Do not stay there laying there. The longer that you lay there, the more excuses you're going to come up with. The longer that you stay in that one comfy little position in your bed, the longer you're going to want to stay in that beautiful comfy bed. Okay, so you have to just force yourself to get up. I also always am thinking about my future self. I'm always thinking about how great I'm going to feel after I have the time to meditate and I do all these other things for my wellness. It is important for me to prioritize that. And when I do prioritize it, I feel amazing. Also, number 10, talk yourself through it. Sometimes you do need to talk yourself through it. If you don't feel like getting up, talk yourself through it. Like, no, like tell yourself, I know you're tired. I know you're tired. We're going to get some rest later today, but you know, this is going to make you feel so much better. Just deciding to get up and take action. Okay, so try out as many of these as you feel called to do. I feel like every single one of them can support me. They've all supported me in different phases of my life, like different chapters of me moving up that clock. And I really hope you guys try these out. And if they help you, please let me know, because I love hearing how this is improving, how this is making an improvement in your life. It always makes me so happy. Please give us a rating, leave us a review, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.